Draftkings Pick 6, NFL Divisional Playoffs. Let's get after it. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is Craig Bennett from Daily Edge Sports, and we have partnered with Draftkings Pick 6 to bring you 3 picks for today's action. If you don't have that Draftkings Pick 6 account, make sure you download it. Use that promo code CashKeg, and new Pick 6 customers play $5, get $50, and Pick 6 credits guaranteed. It is that easy. Let's get after it. Let's talk some ball. All right, DraftKings Pick 6 is up on the board here. And again, we got 2 games today and 2 games tomorrow for NFL Divisional Playoffs. We got the Texans and the Chiefs in the early 4:30 Eastern Standard Time slot. And then we got, it should be a great game against Washington at Detroit. Inside should be a lot of scoring in that game. And again, we're going to dive in and we're going to talk about 3 picks that we do like. 1 in the early game here. And then we're going to talk about 2 in the Washington and Detroit game. First one we're going to go here. There's actually 2 plays I like from the same guy, and that's C.J. Stroud. Now, I'll talk about both of them. You decide which one that you like, that you would maybe consider in your selections for today. But we'll talk about C.J. Stroud. First pass attempts. If we feel like they are Houston's going to be behind against KC, which they should be, this is a great spot for him to have to sling the ball a bunch. So 34.5 pass attempts. The last time he did it over his last 10 games were against KC, where he threw the ball 39 times. They lost 27-19 that game. So it could be a game where they have to do something similar here. So 34.5 pass attempts. I don't mind taking a shot at that. It should be in a trailing game script. And the other one for me with him is the rush yards at 15.5 rush yards for him. As you can see, KC put up 23, and with that, it's more for the pressure, right? The playoffs, he's gonna do everything he could. As you can see against the Chargers, put up 42 rush yards in 6 rush attempts. Only had 2 rush attempts against KC to get those 23 yards. But one thing that I did notice was just kind of the pressure that he was getting for in that game against KC. Didn't have a ton of time. That D-line is good. They're going to get after him. And I think it's a spot where, he's going to have to run quite a bit here if they do get after him. I kind of prefer pass attempts, but he could get here in a couple plays like he did last game against KC. I mean, he was sacked twice back in that December 21st game. He had 3 sacks. The Chargers got to him 3 times. Had 3 hurries. He had 8 hurries against the Chargers. They really got after him. We could see something similar here, but 3 hurries against KC, and then didn't have a ton of time to pass the ball against KC. Average pocket time was only 2.47 seconds. Only had 2.5 against the Chargers here, so not a ton of time. So I'm between the 2. Tell me in the comments which one you like more. Do you like his rush yards more at 15.5, or do you like his pass attempts at more than 34.5? I'm kind of torn between the 2. Let's go to the second game here, where I think we can do a little bit of a correlation. We'll start with receptions, and I'm going to go good old F1 at Terry McLaurin. 5.5 receptions. I'm going to go more than this. They're going to need to throw the ball a ton going up against this Detroit secondary. And Detroit was ranked dead last in receiving yards to the wide receiver position, giving up 185, 28th overall, giving up 260 receiving yards. And we should see a ton. We should see a ton of Terry McLaurin here. We look at the last few games. The game against Dallas, he had 12 targets, catching 8 balls. And then this game against Tampa Bay that they ended up winning, he had caught 7 balls on 10 targets. So I think we're going to continue to see him get the ball. We should see double-digit targets from him. And 5.5 receptions just feels a little bit too low for Terry McLaurin. We're going to take more than this. And then to pair him up, I think we just go right back to pass attempts here for his quarterback. I think we're going to land with Jaden Daniels. I think this is the best spot for him for pass attempts at 33.5. As you can see, put up 35 against Tampa Bay. We know Detroit's going to score some points, and he's going to have to do quite a bit with his arm here. As you can see, he went over this projection in 3 of his last 4 games. And I think it's a spot where we could see, 35 plus pass attempts here if Detroit puts up a ton on the board. Detroit is ranked 29th in pass attempts against them at almost 36 a game. And we should see a bunch of Jaden Daniels slinging the rock here. I think a lot of it's going to go to Terry McLaurin. So those kind of correlate pretty well. And then again, CJ Stroud in that trailing game script. So there's 3 picks for you. Again, we have a special we're actually running in our Discord right now. If you do not have a DraftKings PICK6 account, make sure you head on over there, get in the Discord, check out our announcements, and you might have been checking out that promo that we're running. And it's going to be a limited time here. So we want to get in there if you are a first-time depositor at DraftKings. Make sure you check that out. Have some extra goodies for you. So with that, again, enjoy your Saturday of football. It's going to be a good weekend. Then we get the College Football National Championship on Monday. Next 3 days of football, if you're a football fan, are awesome. So hit that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel. Like always, I'll see you on the flip side. Deuces.